Hi everybody, my name is Anna and I'm from Austria.
Rosh Posh, I'm Roger from Canada.
And our study trip was exactly 5 years ago. What are your fond memories of that trip, Roger?
Well, I think my first memory of Kurdistan actually took place 35,000 feet up when we were flying in from Vienna to Erbil when we saw the citadel, which was really quite remarkable. In addition to sort of landing and taking it all in, what was the first thing that struck you, Anna?
I don't specifically remember what was the first thing, but since we went there around Easter and around Nevros, visiting like a lot of different religious sites was definitely one of my highlights, because we went to the Grand Mosque in Erbil, which was really, really beautiful. Architecturally speaking, it was a very colorful mosque and really impressive to me. At the same time, we went to meet Yazidis in Lalesh at their holy site and learned a lot about their religion and their culture. And at the same time, we also went for an Easter Mass in a church. It was really, really interesting and impressive to see all these different religions coexisting in the Kurdistan region. The other thing that I really remember was the great food. Do you feel the same way?
I mean, hands down, the best meals in my entire life. We were lucky to be treated both by, home-cooked meals of friends of the delegation, as well as restaurants. And in addition to just the delicious food, also was the hospitality of the people welcoming us in, not just sharing their food and culture with us, but sort of their identity.
I think it was raining a lot before in March and February, so it was really green and it was really nice to actually see the landscape, especially in the Barzan region. And what really stuck with me was also the town of Accra, which is really, really beautiful. And it's very, very colorful, and they still had the Nevros celebration decorations up the mountain, so that really stuck with me, and I can recommend going there for everybody who intends to visit the Kurdistan region in general.
We were just so lucky to visit Kurdistan, and 5 years passed in a snap, but I'm sure we'll be back and looking forward to making new memories there.
Yeah, we would love to come back, and happy Kurdish History Month.
Happy Kurdish History Month.
Hi there, my name is George Beesmans and I'm an alumni of the Diplomatic Academy, an alumni of one of the study trips to the Kurdistan region back in 2017. It's a great pleasure to be able to recall some of the highlights, some of the memories of that trip. And I remember it so fondly, really. We only spent, I think, about a week in the region, but it feels like a lot longer. It feels like an experience that really stayed with me. And in fact, I've been longing to go back to Kurdistan ever since, and hope to do so one day. I think particularly the things that will stay with me most are the visit to Lalesh, the Yazidi holy city. I'll never forget removing my shoes and walking barefoot through the town and meeting with the Yazidi leaders, the elders. What an incredible experience that was. I'll never forget that. Visiting Marmatai Monastery and remembering how one of the priests was recalling, one of the monks, I forget now, was recalling how a few years previously the Islamic State were quickly advancing on the monastery, and they were keeping people refuge there. And then, of course, I think the culminating experience was the celebration of Nowruz at the military base, where we got to dance and feast with the Peshmerga and their families. So, just to wrap up, an incredibly fond memory. Something I will never forget, something that really profoundly marked me in my life, without a doubt, and something I hope many people get to experience, and that's something I hope to experience again one day.
Hello, my name is Nareg. I had the privilege of participating in a study trip to the Kurdistan region back in the spring of 2013. As part of a group from the Diplomatic Academy of Vienna. It was a real treat getting to spend a week or two in a very dynamic and vibrant and in some ways new, in some ways very ancient part of the world. My own family is from the Middle East. I am Armenian. I feel a connection with the Kurdish people to varying extents. I was struck by how Kurdistan felt familiar in many ways, but it also felt like it was on the verge of becoming something new. There was a kind of energy in the air, and the fact that we were treated so kindly with such great hospitality added to our sense of engagement with the land and with the people. It was a great honor meeting very high-ranking officials of the KRG. It was a real pleasure that they gave us their time. They talked to us with great seriousness and with great enthusiasm. I hope we proved to be good guests to them. A bigger takeaway for me was meeting with young students, young people who had their eyes on the future, who had big dreams, big plans, sharing with them their ideas, having some back and forth, give and take with them was something that I cherished. Again, it was a real honor to be a part of something new and exciting. And although I recognize that the KRG faces numerous challenges, I still have hopes for the Kurdish people and hopes in general for that region, our part of the world. Thank you.